What's up, everybody? It's your host, Kia Flo. And you are tuned in to WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. You know it don't stop. And I thank you all for coming back to episode 7. We of season 2. Y'all ain't know I was gonna come back right back like that. Yeah. I'm back. Actually, I planned on doing this yesterday, but child, I made me some quesadillas. Woo! We had went to this restaurant in Black Mountain called Coach's Seafood, and it was okay. It was pretty good, but if it's not that same day, I kind of don't want to eat it again. At least it was fried. So what I did was I got jumbo shrimp and oysters, and I put them in the quesadilla, y'all. When I tell you that thing was so good, I had bought these big flour tortillas, and so like I cut up the shrimp and the oysters and placed them around. I put cheese on top, and then I put some pico de gallo, and I did a ranch sour cream and added some cilantro in it, and then put my sauce on the side. When I tell you, I normally don't eat, well, my husband and I shared it, but normally I'll eat like one square. I'm talking about square triangle. I ate 2 triangles, and there was nothing that was going to keep me up at that point. You know, I just went to sleep and didn't wake up until 8, and then I had a homework assignment to finish. So yeah, I'm coming to you all today. You know, I was going to come back to you because what I told y'all, I got to keep giving it to you. But today I am so excited about this show. If you've seen the title, I don't know what I'm going to name it, but if you've seen the playlist either in the comment section on YouTube, or if you're listening on Spotify, you already know what time it is. I got 2 gifts on this show today that I just couldn't wait to get onto my series, and we are highlighting one of them, and that is the one and only our auntie, our mama in music, Anita Baker. I wish I had some applause sounds that I could add right here. Listen, I think I'm gonna find it. It'll be on the video. I got Auntie Nita on the playlist, and we are highlighting her. Y'all have heard me. If you listen to season 1, I've talked about how, for one, you know, because this show is because of Melvin Lindsay, and for 2, how Phyllis Hyman and Anita Baker were some of the artists that he played constantly on his Quiet Storm radio show at WHUR. And furthermore, 3, it was Anita Baker's sound that created this whole Quiet Storm, I don't know if we want to call it genre, but her voice and her music is the perfect blueprint to Quiet Storm music. So I was ready whenever she gave us the green light, and we got that green light. Whenever she was ready, I was gonna put her on here. So definitely on this show, we're gonna get one of my favorites on there. And I'm, this particular episode, we're not touching the 2000s at all. So sorry for my 2000s lovers. Y'all can check out the other episodes, but also just listen to this because the 90s still matter, the 80s matter, and the 70s and 60s. It actually was going to be a 70s, 80s, and 90s show, but I went on ahead and added some 60s on there because I had been wanting to hear this song as well, which will be starting us off. I ain't going to be too long-winded. That is my boy Percy Sledge with his 1966 hit, When a Man Loves a Woman. Y'all, I love this song. I told y'all, when I like a song, I'm going to let y'all know. And I believe every single song on this playlist, oh yes, I love. So I don't even think I got to say it no more. But I think I am. Y'all tune in and listen up. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. See me scratching my head and everything, child. Y'all, thank you for coming back. Did you enjoy those two? Starting us off was Percy Sledge with When a Man Loves a Woman. And that song you just heard was Old Girl by the Shy-Lights. That one came out in 1972. I really, really love that song. The beat, it just wraps my body and makes me feel like I am secure and safe on the 1976 day, one time for the Shy-Lights. Y'all, thank you all for tuning in all the time. I know that, I may sound like a broken record sometimes when I ask you to subscribe, like, follow, share, comment, but I want to continuously, y'all know what I was saying, continuously I want to continuously drill it in your head, if I can, that this is how I get more subscriptions and more listeners. And I can say that my YouTube videos have been gaining in listenership, but my Spotify hasn't. So not quite sure if making the videos are counterproductive because I want them to be streamed on both. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm not going to be discouraged. And I know that, the time will come. I actually have been doing things behind the scene to try to get my podcast more exposure because I don't want to keep beating down my WKFLO fans. They are the ones that are following me on all of my social medias, and I want to be able to tap out into that. But I don't want to say it's a fear of failure or a fear of success. I don't believe I'm procrastinating. I'm just doing what it is I believe I can do and just hoping for the right moment to come along or to get that surge in subscriptions and such like that. So I thank you to everyone who is watching, sharing, and liking, commenting, and such like that. It goes a long way, and we're going to get there. I don't know where there is, even if it's just, again, like I said, my portfolio, but either way, I am going to continue with the flow, because the flow just don't stop. I wanted to be able to put in my theme song so that people can know that I'm looking for people to sing it. You only hear it though on Spotify, and it's Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? Going with the flow. Going with the flow. And so if you're listening on Spotify, you'll hear that certain people have called in and did that. If you want to, y'all just heard me sing it. So memorize that thing and call in. And I got you. I've already told y'all at the bottom of my YouTube videos, I have all of the links to everything that I talk about on my show. So just check that out. And I also have the link down there where you can just hit record and hit send, and I have it. You do not have to download any special equipment. It'll come right to me and I can just attach it to my episode. Again, shout out to everybody who has sent it. Y'all will be in rotation until I get me some more. But that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this show moving right along. We are going to 1980 with Stacy Lattisaw's Let Me Be Your Angel. And I believe that she is the originator of that song. I've heard it at least once or twice, a remake before, but hers still stands the test of time for me. So y'all tune in and listen up and come back. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop.
My name is Felicia Jasmine, and I was born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte has always been home for me, the only place I have ever called home. And the older that I've gotten, the more I have grown to appreciate the city. College by Her started because I had a friend who was a year younger than me and wanted to know who was going to help her transition into college and give her advice. So from there, ever since 2014, I've just been helping girls prepare for their freshman year, supporting them throughout college, and I had no idea that it would turn into what it is today. One thing I always say about college and life is that you have the power to create your own experience, and don't ever forget that.
Welcome back. Ooh, welcome back. How are you all feeling? Did you enjoy that one? Maybe for some of you, it took you down memory lane. Yeah, I love that song though. I think I discovered that one on the Quiet Zone. Shout out to Stacy Lattisaw. This is the part where we get into our highlight. And I know you all have been waiting. I've gotten my biography information. I'd like to give a shout out to Wikipedia, allmusic.com, and for this particular episode, Yahoo News. This is where I'm getting my information from. And I also, like I said, put a link in the description box below for any other information. But let's get into the life of Anita Baker. Anita Baker was born January 26, 1958 in Toledo, Ohio, and raised in nearby Detroit, where she grew up listening to female jazz singers such as Sarah Vaughan, Nancy Wilson, and Ella Fitzgerald. At age 12, she began singing in a gospel choir, and by age 16, she was performing with several local bands. In 1975, she successfully auditioned for Chapter 8, one of Detroit's most popular acts at that time. The group eventually signed with, they be getting me on these names, y'all. I think this is Ariola, and released an album in 1979, but was immediately dropped when the label was acquired by Arista, who did not care for Anita Baker's vocals. Child. In 1982, Otis Smith, an executive who also worked with Chapter 8, contacted Anita Baker about recording for his new label, Beverly Glen. Happy with her employment benefits and skittish over the experience with Arista, Baker was reluctant at first, but eventually flew out to the West Coast to record her debut album, The Songstress, which was released in 1983. But because it was not working out the way she thought it would, she eventually signed with Elektra Records in 1985.
I've heard musicians grumble because she really is a stickler and she's really hard to deal with.
People behind the scenes have a tendency to say that Anita Baker is a witch with the B on the front of it when it comes to her stage and her sound. Whereas I think if it's a man, then he's viewed as being professional and efficient. And I'm just trying to be professional and efficient. And the DX is not tuned. You see what I have to put up here?
Well, why do you make it such a...
Anita Baker then released her major label debut album, Rapture, in 1986. It was platinum, Grammy-winning, and appealed to both urban and adult contemporary listeners. And it produced 2 all-time Quiet Storm classics. Y'all heard me just say that? Caught in the Rapture and Sweet Love. Her equally stylish follow-up album, Giving You the Best That I Got, appeared in 1988, spawning more staples in the title track and Just Because. Giving You the Best That I Got also won Baker 2 more Grammys for Best Female R&B Vocal and Best R&B Song. For her third Elektra album, Baker decided to handle a greater share of the songwriting, hence the title Compositions, which was released in 1990 and featured even stronger jazz inflections than Baker's previous work. After having her first son in 1993, she took a return to the studio to craft Rhythm of Love, which was released in 1994. She remained silent for the years following, but in 2003, Baker finally returned to the studio and issued My Everything, her first album in 10 years. 2 years later, she released her first holiday album, Christmas Fantasy, and then in 2012, she released the single Lately, a Tyrese cover which received a Grammy nomination in the category of Best Traditional R&B Performance. Now, that is the life and, condensed biography of Anita Baker. But to expound more on why this is even a thing to begin with, I wanted to read a little snippet from the Yahoo News article. It says, Anita Baker has won the fight to get her masters to her music. The Sweet Love singer tweeted that fans can now go stream her music because she now has her master recordings, the original recordings of all of her songs. She previously asked that fans stop doing so until she got what was rightfully hers. And it is quoted that she states, all my children are coming home. She tweeted this on September 3rd. Catalog impossible things happen every single day, gratefully. This is, coming after her asking everyone back in March to stop streaming her music because she had outlived her recording contract and was legally supposed to have her masters given back to her, and she had to fight for them. But we're glad to know and see that fight is won. Y'all already know though. I done told y'all. I don't play the radio. I play the record player. And Spotify. And yes, her music that was on Spotify, I did not stream, but I have a lot of her songs already, downloaded. Shout out to Napster now. We ain't say nothing, but I'm just saying, because you gotta have your fix. You gotta have your fix. And if you watch my Phil Phillips, I told him, I hear what you saying, but it's your fault that you made this good behind music that we are addicted to. And some of us, we just have to stream it. Luckily, I got her first 4 albums on vinyl, so I did not have to stream it as much. The only time I would, let's say if I was riding in my car, I would go to YouTube, because many of these songs are not on streaming platforms. So the ones that are, I am happy that they can be streamed and she will get her share. But for the songs that are not, I am hoping that she personally adds those albums herself to the streaming platforms. But in the meantime, in between time, and I really love this one. I don't know if I showed it. I really love this album. It's just so beautiful. If you're on Spotify, make sure you're watching on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you're liking my video, please. Like I ain't gonna say how many views. You see how many views I got. But I got XYZ amount of views and even less likes. So y'all give me a like or two, please. But anyway, I had to show off my vinyl for Anita Baker. And with that, the next song we're going to get into is one of my favorites. And it's also happened to be on Spotify by somebody else, not by Anita, but she said we could stream it. And that is Caught Up in the Rapture of Love. Listen, I love this song so much. I remember how we used to play music in the background on our answer machine. Child, as soon as I got me a little piece of cell phone when I was in high school, this was the song that was in the background. Ring, ring, ring is what you heard. A good conversation is what you deserve. But as you can see, we're not at home. So leave a brief message after the tone. Boy, I was so corny. Y'all leave me alone and tune in and listen up and come back. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. Welcome back. All right, I sent y'all on break with Caught Up in the Rapture by Anita Baker. That came out in 1986. And then that song you just heard was Why Should I Care from Toni Braxton. That came off of her Secrets album, another song that I love. And I'm just glad you all are back. Now, I didn't prompt y'all early in the show, but I hope y'all ain't think that I forgot about on this day in Black music history. Oh, no, no, no. Not on September 6th. First of all, the number one R&B song in 1952 was Ting-a-Ling by the Clovers. And then born on September 6th is Buddy King Bolden. He was born in He was born in 1877. Then we have Mathis James Jimmy Reed. He was born in 1925. And then C.C. Peniston was born in 1969. Listen here, y'all better know. Happy birthday to you all. Also, I would like to go ahead and give a birthday shout out to my mother-in-law, Miss Vondra. She's celebrating her birthday today, and we're going to go and see her later on and, have a nice little cookout at our sister-in-law's house. And I can't wait for that. But happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating birthday on this day. Some other things that happened in 1952 with a blues singer and harmonica player, Supreme, for a frontman, Little Walker and his Jukes jumped on the R&B hit list with Juke, reaching number one for a solid 8 weeks, their biggest of 15 hits through 1959. Okay, now, let's see here. In 1952 as well, Smiley Lewis charted with his first of 4 hits, The Bells Are Ringing, reaching number 10 R&B. Let's see here. In 1986, actress and singer Melba Moore, along with Freddie Jackson, entered the R&B charts with A Little Bit More, reaching number 1 for her career best of 32 R&B hits from 1975 to 1990. She is definitely someone. I have to read this last one, but she definitely was someone that I listened to growing up, and she's definitely someone that I have to get on this show. I actually may get her next episode if I can remember, because she has some songs that I just love. She has an amazing voice. So shout out to Melba Moore. But this one just popped out to me because I saw my hometown. But it's in 1997, Brian McKnight with Jacksonville, Florida rapper Mace, born Mason Betha, charted R&B with You Should Be Mine, Don't Waste Your Time, reaching number 4 and number 17 pop. I don't know if I ever heard that song before. I may have, but I forgot that Mace was from Jacksonville. That's the funny part. Harlem World on the rise. Hey, my brother used to love them. I used to love them a little bit too. But anyway, yes, I've given you all y'all history. I've given birthday shout outs. We have highlighted Anita Baker. One last thing I do want to plug though is my Shaduki butter. Let me hold it up here. You see that? Shaduki butter. My husband made me a theme song for it. And I just realized, I said, that kind of sound like Elliot Color. But it's Shaduki butter made by me on my stove. Shout out to Madam CJ Walker. But you can use this on your hair and on your body. It's all natural. I did ship this off to 2 people, and the response I got was that it came melted, which I assumed it probably would, because I do not add that powder that prevents it from melting, because I don't want it in here. I want it all natural if it can be. So if you are interested in some of this, info@flotainment.com. I got you. Whenever I make my next batch, it's not something that I make all the time, but whenever I need it, it has done wonders on my skin. I've seen it do wonders on other people's skin, and I've gotten a few reviews about how silky smooth it makes them feel. And my shout out to my stepfather. He's the one who named it Shaduki butter, because my mom calls me Shaduki. But anyway, he loves it. I love it. And if you try it, I know you will. So if you want some of that, just be sure to email me. Other than that, if you have any questions or concerns, comments, requests, dedications, you want to sing my jingle, email me at info@flotainment.com. I can be found on all social media sites as Kia Flo, and you can follow me on Instagram at either WKFLO Flotainment or Kia Flo. If all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to get up out of here with my last gift of this show, and that is Aaliyah. We already had AJ Nothing But a Number. That was already on Spotify, but a few weeks ago it was announced that One in a Million and a few of her other albums will be on there. And so this song that'll be closing us out, because it is my song. We stand in the 90s, we stand in 1996, and I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. But that is Hot Like Fire, and that's with Aaliyah, Missy, and Timbaland. Listen, y'all been beautiful. Y'all make sure y'all come back and y'all share this and listen to it loud. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop.